Hi, this is July009. Now I'm going to do the second step, which is use same thing, resin mixed with talcum powder, and then now I'm adding some hardener in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so basically I put 20 drops in there. Okay, so now I mix it thoroughly and make sure you have mix it well. Otherwise, some parts will be hardened and some parts will be not. So yeah, you want it to become like this thoroughly. Okay, good now. Okay, that's good. Okay, now, so the first step is okay, this is fiberglass mat. Later I'll be putting it on. So now I basically simply put in this and all the things I did earlier once again. So by doing this, this will bound the fiberglass better before this is completely dry, this second layer. So it will bond with fiberglass well. Okay, so I'll do it very quickly. You don't want it to dry up, you know, because when it dry up, then it's too late, you know. So you don't want that to happen. So you have to be fast. But if you don't want to hurry like this, you can simply just add less hardener, you know. It's usually 100 to 2%, right? You can measure it, but not necessarily. Not like silicone. Silicone, you have to measure it perfectly. So, okay, so that's it. And this part is here. This is done. This one. Okay. It's actually pretty simple. And later I'll do the helmet part. So just like this. You have to do it quick. You don't want it to dry up so fast. Okay, this knee is done. Hand pad. Hand pads. Another hand pad. Do it fast, but make sure the surface is smooth. Like so, like this, smooth. And this. This is the shoulder area of Kamen Rider Kuuga. See, just do like a thin layer. It doesn't have to be too thick. Just make sure it's flat like this. Okay, this part is done. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the belt and the mask. Okay, I'll be starting doing the belt first. Belt is really like, I don't know, it's kind of a pain in the ass to do it. And it's hard to see too. So you really have to be patient. Okay. Yep, I got all the spots here. This part is more difficult to do. Okay, then the rest. This part is fairly easy. And pretty soon I'll be adding up the fiberglass mat. You just have to make sure it gets everywhere of the belt. Not so difficult, eh? See, you just brush it down. Brush it down like this. Okay. Remember this angle and this corner. Make sure you get to those corners because those are the difficult parts. Because if you don't fill it up like this, eventually you will get air bubble in there, and you don't want air bubbles in there because once you get air bubbles in there, then you are in trouble. Why? Because then it's very soft on the outside, and with the air bubble it pops easily. You know, it pops easily with air bubbles, so you don't want to create any air bubbles. Okay, let's see, let me double check again. Okay, nice and flat. See, nice and flat like that. You don't want to create an angle. Okay, now it's time to move on to the mask. Okay, I hope I got enough resin, otherwise I need more. Okay, move on to the mask. The mask should be pretty easy now since I already done it once earlier today. So now I just have to go over it again fast. See, I try to flatten this part so it won't create any air bubbles. Okay. Jar. Well, you should need a mask, like a filter or something, like those mask, because the film is really bad for your body, you know. But since I'm in an open area with a lot of wind, so I don't care. Well, some people do care though, but I'm a bad example, so oh well. Just don't do that. Okay. Now the horn. So pretty soon I'll be putting on the fiberglass mat. Okay, wipe off the excess from the side, like what I did last time. Because if you don't do that, when you try to close it, it will not close well. Because something is hardened and then it gets in the way. So when something is hardened and gets in the way, you cannot close this, which is not good and which is not you want. So